Excellent. Okay. Students, good morning. So, okay, today we are going to discuss about direction on maps. So, direction, before, we will discuss about the direction. It's better to define what a map is. So, map is by definition. Okay. Can you hear me? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, Mr.
Okay. Is that, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, when we define a map is a simplified, diminished, planar representation and vertically above. When you say simplified, that is easy to understand because every map readers or skilled or unskilled map readers too easy to understand. Diminished, which is reduced in size. Planar representation, when you say, which is the spherical shape of the earth changed into a flat piece of paper, or the 3-dimension changed into 2-dimension flat, or which is length and width. Again, vertically above, you have a lot of views: side view, vertical view, front view. So vertical above or vertical view, that gives us a clear pictures of an area. So this is by the definition of a map. Again, map, which is there are two types of map, which is topical and topographical map. When we say topical, which is that shows a single geographical features, either natural or human-made. When we say topographical map, it is a type of map which shows or portray different geographical features at the same time, either physical or natural or human-made features. Again, while we are talking about map, an art or science and technology of modern map making, what you call it, cartography. So now, why map is necessary, or it's an important tools for geographers? Before we are going to detail about direction, it's better to raise some points about map. The exact model of the Earth, which is, as you know, a globe, but it's better to transfer any geographical feature from a globe into a map. Why? Because again, a globe is not easy portable, which is expensive, which is not easy visualize, or which is not convenient to visualize all geographical features at a time. So it's better to transfer all geographical features from a globe into a map. So because of globe has its own disadvantage, so we can portray different geographical features on a map. The first one is direction, location, shape, area, distance of the place. So today we are going to discuss about the direction on the map. Direction, by definition, which is position of a place. We can identify or indicate a direction of a place on a map. There are 32 directions or points on a map, but we can identify 16 of them on the compass points. There are also major or basic directions on the map, which is north, south, east, and west, what you call it cardinal points. And that is also, there are also in between the cardinal points, which is northeast, southeast, northwest, and southeast, which is the intermediate points, what you call it, intermediate points. Okay. Again, directions indicated by degrees. Every point has its own degrees, what you call it, angular bearing. Angular bearing, that means directions, 16 of them, they have their own degrees, which is, for example, the starting point of north, which is 0 degree, to that of north-northwest, 337.5 degree, to that of 360 degree. So 16 of them, they have their own degrees, which is angular bearing. What you call it? Angular bearing. Direction indicated by degrees. What you call it? Angular bearing. Okay. The other one, identification of direction. Identification of while we identify the direction of a place on the map or in the field. Starting point 0 degree north and in a clockwise direction. Again, landmark, which is an object that easily seen from or it's an object that easily seen from a distance. Landmark, when you say which is maybe it's a well-known place, or it's a church or a mosque or a school. Okay, so which is in order to identify the direction of a place, you can use a landmark, well-known place or objects that easily seen from a distance. Okay. Here again, the direction, as I said before, there are 16 directions, the compass points with their degrees. For example, starting from north, 0 degree, we can add 22.5 degree for each compass points. North, for example, 0 degree, northeast, northeast 22.5 degree, northeast 45 degree, east northeast 67.5 degree, east 90 degree. In a clockwise direction up to 360 degree, to have 16 points on a compass or on a map. Okay. Okay, now we can, it's better to define some exercises. We can do some exercises. Define the term, the geographic term, direction, which is, as we said before, the position of a place. Second one, what is the landmark, which is an object that easily seen from a distance. Okay. How the landmarks are used to indicate direction by well-known places or easily visible from a distance. An object that easily seen from a distance. Which tools are used to find the direction? We can use to find or indicate the direction by the compass points or compass, gyro compass or magnetic compass. What are the 4 cardinal points of a compass? Which is cardinal points or basic directions: north, south, east, and west. Which points of a compass are used to indicate direction? Which is north degree or 0 degree north. Mention the point midway between the cardinal points, which is the northeast. That's the points which is found in between the cardinal. North between east, northeast, south and east between southeast, south and west, southwest and northwest. Again, there is also north, northeast, east, northeast, south, southwest, south, southeast, north, northwest, What is the starting point to measure direction, which is 0 degree, or starting point in a clockwise direction. How much is the degree distance between northeast and southwest points? They have their own degrees. So northeast, which is northeast 45 degree, and southwest, which is 225 degrees. So the difference between northeast and southwest, which is 180 degree. 180 degree, the difference between northeast and southwest. What is the degree difference between northeast and northwest? Northeast, which is 22.5 northeast, and northwest, which is 337 degree. So northeast 22.5 and northwest 337.5 degree. So if you have any question, you're welcome, please. Yes.
Are landmarks always man-made features?
Yeah, maybe man-made or natural. Either man-made or natural. Okay. Another question? Okay. Good morning, class, students. Abhijit, Alachu, Amaru.
Good morning.
So we can start by revise our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we discussed about direction on the maps. So it's better to raise some points what we have seen our previous lesson. Direction. How many points do we have on the compass? Anyone? How many points do you have on the compass or on the map? There are 16 directions, there are 16 points on the map. Within this direction, there is also a cardinal direction or cardinal points and subsidiary or intermediate points. The cardinal points, which is north, south, east, and west. ይሰማችኋል አይደል? Do you hear me?
Oh, ይሰማል።
እሺ ጥሩ። የካርዲናል ፖይንትስ የምንላቸው ኖርት፣ ሳውዝ፣ ኢስት፣ ዌስት which is basic direction ብለናል። Again, there are also subsidiary points or intermediate points, which is found the midway between the cardinal points, which is northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. Again, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. There are subsidiary points or intermediate points. Again, another point what we raised our previous lesson, which is a landmark. What is landmark? Anyone can answer me? Yes. Okay. When we say landmark, which is an object that easily seen from a distance, an object that easily seen from a distance, which is landmark means it's a reference point in order to identify the direction of a place, which is a reference point, or which is a benchmark. Landmark means which is our benchmark or our reference points. This reference point may be either human-made or natural features, natural or physical features. Landmark, for example, Moscow, a school, or which is well-known places. Maybe we can take it as a landmark in order to find the direction of a place. Again, how the landmarks are used to indicate direction, the other points, by referring an object that is seen from a distance, as I said before, or it might be well-known places. Which tools are used to find the direction, which is a compass. Again, what are the 4 cardinal points of a compass? There are 4 cardinal points, which is north, south, east, and west. Which points of a compass are used to indicate direction? North direction, our starting point, or 0 degree north is our starting point to clockwise direction, to counter-clockwise direction, or the compass points. Again, mention the point midway between the cardinal points. The cardinal point when by basic point መካከል ያለንን northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest, they are the midway between the cardinal points. ስለ bearing ማውጣት ነበር. What is bearing? Angular bearing. Angular bearing, all directions have their own degrees. That means 360 degrees. For example, north, which is 0 degree, east, northeast, for example, 90 degree, south, 180 degree, west, 270 degree. Okay, so like that. For example, here, when we draw all the directions roughly, here 0 degree north, 0 degree north. Again here east 90 degree, south 180 degree, south 180 degree, west 270 degree. Okay, so all the points or directions have their own degrees. So which is what you call it angular bearing. There are the points. የራሳቸውን ዲግሪ ሲሰጣቸው angular bearing እንላለን. For example, here between the midway between north and east, which is northeast, which is 45 degree. Midway between east to south, which is southeast, 135 degree. Here between south to that of west, which is 225 degree, which is southwest. Again, between west and north, which is northwest, which is 315 degrees. Again, for example, there is in between north and that of northeast, there is also northeast. ምስሉ ይታያችኋል አይደል? እሺ። So northeast እናገኛለን, which is 22.5 degree. Again, in between, for example, south to that of southwest, there is also southwest. ለምሳሌ በዚህ መካከል southwest እናገኛለን። ስንት ነው? 202.5 degree, 202.5 degree. So all directions or points have their own degrees, what we call it angular bearing. Angular bearing እንላቸዋለን። Okay, what is the starting point to measure direction? ያው ቅድም እንዳለው ኖርዝ ዳይሬክሽን 0 ዲግሪ ኖርዝ ስታርቲንግ ፖይንታችን ነው። 360 ዲግሪዎችን ለመዞር how much is the degree distance between northeast and southwest? ማን ይነግረኛል? ስንት ዲግሪ ዲስታንስ አለን? how much is the degree distance between northeast and southwest? northeast ስንት ነው አለን? angular bearing ስንት ነው? northeast ዲግሪው northeast which is 45 አይደል? northeast which is 45 degree. What about southwest? Angular bearing of southwest which is 225 degree. So 225 degree minus 45 degree, which is the difference or degree distance between northeast to southwest, which is 180 degree. The northeast and the southwest መካከል የ120 degree ልዩነት እናገኛለን, which is angular bearing. Again, what is the degree difference between northeast and northwest? እነኛ 16 ዳይሬክሽኖች አሉን ብለናል. There are 16 directions on the compass. So what is the angular bearing of northeast? ዲፈረንሳቸው ለማወቅ northeast angular bearing ስንት ነው? 22.5 22.5 ከሆነ okay. The angular bearing of northwest which is 337.5 degree 337.5 degree እናገኛለን. So the difference between the angular distance between northwest and northeast which is 315 እናገኛለን. 315 ዲግሪ ልዩነት እናገኛለን. northeast 22.5 ከሆነ northwest 337.5 ከሆነ the difference between which is the angular bearing difference between northeast and northwest which is 315 degree 315 degree difference እናገኛለን. This is what we discussed in our previous lesson. Again today we are going to discuss about position on maps, position or location. While we are talking about position or location, we can locate the position of a place. We can show the position of a place on the map or in the field by different ways. For example, at the end of this lesson, students will be able to describe what are the two ways of position on maps. What are meridians and parallels? What's the difference between parallel and latitude? The difference between meridian and longitude? What's the national grid difference? What is the origin? The grid origin of Ethiopia? What are eastings and northings? የሚሉትን በዚህ ቶፒካችን ላይ እናያለን ማለት ነው. Again, when you come to detail, position which is simply the spatial location or the position of or the location of a place. Position, the location of a place or the spatial location of an entity. Generally, cartographers or map makers use for conventional accepted techniques to provide the position of a place on a map. Okay. Simply in this grade level, we can discuss in detail about the two types: position by the use of international grid or geographical grid, and position by the use of national grid. But roughly, position by the use of place names. Position by the use of place names. ለምሳሌ አንዱን ቦታ position by the use of place names. Printing place names is the most universal and easiest way of providing the accurate position of a place on the map. Position by the use of place names. For example, አንዱን ቦታ simply ለመግለጽ ስንፈልግ, for example, where Addis Ababa is found or located ብንባል simply put a dot and write the name of the place near to the dots. Here, for example, draw just map of Ethiopia, assume this is map of Ethiopia. So by using position by the use of place name in order to indicate the position of a place, by using place name, just here, for example, in order to locate the position of Addis Ababa, put a dot, the center, put a dot here, and write the name of the place near to the dot. That method of showing or locating the position of a place on the map, which is by the use of place names. Here, write the name of the place near to the dot, AA, which is Addis Ababa. Which is, this is one method of showing the position of a place by using place names. Put a dot and write the name of the place near to the dot. The other method, which is position by the use of bearing and distance. Position by the use of bearing and distance. That means we can locate the position of a place by using both direction and distance. For example, if somebody asked you where Akaki is found, where Akaki is located. For example, Akaki is located in the southwest of Addis Ababa at 16 kilometers. Akaki is found at 16 kilometers in the southwest of Addis Ababa. Such method of showing or locating position of a place on the map, which is position by the use of bearing and distance እንላለን። ለምሳሌ example እዚህ ያስቀምጠው for example Ambo which is located 100 kilometers west of Addis Ababa. 100 kilometers, which is a bearing. 100 kilometers ምንድነው? bearing ነው. West of Addis Ababa, which is direction. So at the same time, in order to locate the position of a place by using both bearing and distance, which is ቅድም ያልኳችሁ ደግሞ ሌላው example አቃቂ where Akaki is found እንባል ሴንተራችን መሰረት አድርገን ያሳን Akaki is found at 16 kilometers southwest of Addis Ababa ማለት እንችላለን። This is another method of showing position on the map. The other one detail የምናየው ደግሞ እናንተ እንትን መጻፋችሁ ላይ ያለው position by the use of international grid or geographical grid. ሁለቱም አንድ ናቸው። International grid or geographical grid. You can say that position by the use of international grid or geographical grid reference. By using geographical grid, ማነግረናል geographical grid ስንጠቀም there are two lines network line እንጠቀማለን. They are parallels and meridians or latitude and longitude. By using latitude and longitude, we can locate the position of a place on the map. Latitude and longitude በመጠቀም ያንድን position or location ማሳየት እንችላለን. For example, what's the difference between parallels and latitudes and meridians and longitudes? Parallel እና በlatitude መካከል again difference between longitudes and meridians ስናይ ምንድነው ልዩነታቸው? እሺ ማን ይነግረናል? What's the difference between parallels and latitude and meridians and longitudes? Simply parallels, they are an imaginary lines joining all points with the same latitude. በተመሳሳይ latitudinal degree ያሉትን ፖይንቶች join በማድረግ የሚያሳየን parallel ነው። latitude በራሱ ደግሞ ምንድነው? Which is an angular distance that measured how far we are from to the north and south of the equator. Okay, which is from the equator that shows how far we are from to the north and 5 of to the north and south of the equator. የሚያሳየን ምንድነው? Which is angular, which is latitude ነው latitude. Parallels, which is an imaginary line. በተመሳሳይ angular or latitude ያሉትን ደግሞ የሚያሳየን parallels ነው. Again, when we say meridians and longitudes, meridians, an imaginary line joining all points within the same longitude ያሉትን ፖይንቶች የሚያሳየን ደግሞ line which is meridian ነው longitude ደግሞ ምንድነው an angular distance that measured how far we are from 0 degree prime meridian to the east and west okay so this is by the use of showing position of the place by using international grid or geographical grid international grid እና geographical grid በመጠቀም እናሳይበት መንገድ ነው okay the other one in the case of international grid or geographical grid always latitudes first comes first latitude እናስቀድማለን አንድ ቦታ መገኛ north of the equator or south of the equator ነው የሚገኘው የሚለው መጀመሪያ መለየት then ደግሞ followed by longitude እንፈልጋለን east and west of the prime meridian or the Greenwich meridian ነው የሚገኘው የሚለውን በመለየት we can find or we can locate the location of a place by using geographical grid so parallels and meridians or latitudes and longitude በመጠቀም እንገልጻለን again what you have to be reminded that latitudes and longitudes expressed in degrees, minutes, and seconds. By the use of international grid or geographical grids እናስቀምጥ position of a place on the map በዲግሪ እንገልጻቸዋለን በሚኒት እንገልጻቸዋለን በሰከንድ እንገልጻቸዋለን በዲግሪ degrees, minutes, and seconds እናስቀምጣቸዋለን ኤክሰርሳይሶችን እናያለን ጨርሳቸውና እነኚህ position by the use of national grids position by the use of national grids there is also a set of lines or which is ላይኖችን እንጠቀማለን green ላይኖችን እንጠቀማለን the green lines what we call it easting and northing in the case of geographical grid ላይ ስንጠቀም latitude and longitude በሚለው ስንገልጽ in the case of national grid ደግሞ እንገልጸው easting እና northing እያለን ነው easting and northing easting which is the vertical lines northing which is the horizontal lines vertical ላይኖቹን geographical grid የሚጠቀሙ በተጻራሪ መልኩ to the contrast of that of geographical grid in the case of national grid the vertical line is northing ነው ያ northing ግን true north ለማሳየት አይደለም የሚጠቀመው ሁለት ኢንተርሴክሽን ፖይንት በሁለት ኢንተርሴክሽን ወይም በሁለት ላይኖች መካከል ያለን ፖይንት ኢንተርሴክት ለማድረግ የምንጠቀምበት ነው by the use of national grid line for example in the case of national grid reference vertical ላይኖቹን easting ስንላቸው horizontal ላይኖቹን ደግሞ በምሳሌ እናያቸዋለን horizontal ላይኖቹን which is northing በማለት እንጠራቸዋለን all vertical lines are called easting all horizontal lines are called northing again again within the position of by the use of in order to locate position by the use of national grid ሁለት ነገሮችን እንጠቀማለን 4 digit and 6 digit 4 digit እና 6 digit እንጠቀማለን the difference between 4 digit and 6 digit accuracy ነው 4 digit that uses small scale እንጠቀማል 4 digits 6 digit whereas ደግሞ large scale እንጠቀማል so in short the actual difference between 4 digit and 6 digit grid difference which is accuracy no more 6 digit grid difference that uses large scale so it's more appropriate it's more accurate than 4 digit grid difference so there are procedures while we are identify the position of a place on the map by using national grid reference ተጠቅመን 4 digits እና 6 digits ስንፈልግ ህጎችን እንከተላለን there are proceedings first step locate the vertical grid line to the left of the point ለምሳሌ እዚህ ጋር ካስቀመጥኩት here for example 2 6 ብንል 2 7 ብንል actually የ4 digit እና 6 digit ፕሮሲጀር ተመሳሳይ ነው አንድ አይነት አወጣጥ ነው የምንጠቀመው ስቴፖቹ አንድ አይነት ናቸው ቅድም እንዳልኩት ልዩነታቸው accuracy ላይ ነው ስቴፑ ግን አንድ ነው ስንፈልግ in order to find the location of a point by the case of 4 digit 6 digit the same procedure እናገኛለን here for example 8 here 9. Okay. Here again, assume 1, 1. Bold እናደርገዋለን የምንጠቀመውን ቁጥር 1 small bold large digit ከፍ እናደርጋለን 1 3. Here assume this is 4-digit grid difference. Always the first 2 digits they are easting and the second 2 digits they are northing. ሁሌ የመጀመሪያው የምናወጣቸው ለምሳሌ 4 digit ነው ብላችሁ አስቡ 4 digit ነው ይሄ 4 digit ነው እየፈለግን ያለ ነው በ4 digit ስንፈልግ የአንድን ቦታ ሎኬሽን ወይም ፖይንት ራንደም ፖይንት ሎኬሽን ስንፈልግ የት በኩል ነው ኢንተርሴክት ያደረገው ስንል the first 2 digit which is easting and the next 2 digits which is northing. Always first easting ነው የምናወጣው then which is northing ነው የምንፈልገው ቀጣይ ደግሞ ልክ latitude እና longitude geographical grid ላይ always የምናወጣው መጀመሪያ latitude ነው then by longitude እንዳልነው here in the case of national grid reference easting comes first and followed by northing. So easting, for example, assume this is point A. Assume this is point A. Here 3. Here point A. Here point A. Assume point A. You know what is the 4-digit grid difference for point A? The point A grid difference ፈልጉ ቢባል የመጀመሪያው ስቴፓችን ምንድነው? ከፖይንት A በስተግራ በኩል ያለውን vertical grid line ማየት then use the large digit ትልቁን ቁጥር መውሰድ. Here it is point A. To the left of point A ያለው vertical grid line ይሄ ነው. የዚህ ደግሞ large digit ስንት ነው? 7 ነው. እነኚህ small digitoችን አንጠቀምም. ያዳመጣችሁኝ ነው? ተማሪዎች
አቤት
ያዳመጣችሁ ነው አይደል? ይሰማችኋል?
አዎ
እሺ ጥሩ. So what is the 4-digit grid difference for point A? your point A 4-digit grid difference ስንት ነው ካለን ህጎችን መከተል ነው. የመጀመሪያው ህግ ከፕሮሲዲንግ እዚህ ጋር ማየት እንችላለን. ፕሮሲዲንጎቹን ላሳያችሁና ወደ እንትኖቹ ኤግዛምፕሎቹን ልመለስ. Locate the vertical grid line to the left of the point and read the large number. Locate the vertical grid line. ፖይንቱ ባለበት በስተግራ በኩል ያለውን vertical grid line ውሰዱ. ከዛስ የግሪድ ላይኑ የvertical grid line ትልቁን ቁጥር ተጠቀሙ ነው የሚለው. ስለዚህ ትልቁን ቁጥር ስንጠቀም ኦኬ ትልቁን ቁጥር ስንጠቀም vertical grid line ይሄ ነው. ከፖይንት A በስተግራ በኩል ያለው ትልቁ ቁጥር ተጠቀሙ አለ. ስንት ወሰድን? 7 ትልቁን ቁጥር ወሰድን. አሁን ይሄን 4 ዲጂት እየፈለግን ነው. ኢስቲንጉን እየፈለግን ነው. ይሄን ገላርጋት ይፈታ ኢስቲንጉን እየፈለግን ነው. ላርጅ ዲጂት 7 ወሰድን. again ህጉ ምን ይላል? ቀጣይ ደግሞ ስቴፕ 2 ህጉ ምን ይለናል? እሺ measure the tens of the side of the square from this grid line to the points. ያ ማለት እቺ grid sphere A ያለችበት grid sphere ችነች A ያለችበት grid sphere ስለዚህ ከ7 ወደ 8 የሚወስደንን እቺን grid ለ10 እኩል ቦታ ከፋፍሏት ነው የሚለው. divide the grid square into tens equal parts. ለ10 እኩል ቦታ ከፋፍሉት ነው የሚለው. እቺ ስለማትመች assume 3 ላይ ነች ያለችው ብላችሁ አስቡ. እንከፋፍላለን በማስመሪያ ከፋፍለን እናገኛቸዋለን ኤግዛክቱን ማለት ነው. ግን assume A ያለችው 3 ላይ ነች ብለን እናስብ. 7 ብለን ወደ 8 ከመሄዳችን በፊት there is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 እያለ እስከ 9 እንሄድና ነው ከዛ 8 የሚመጣው. then assume this is 3 7 3 which is easting. Again northing another procedure. Locate the horizontal grid line below the point and read the large number ይላል. point ያለው ይሄ ነው A below the point. Okay locate the horizontal grid line below the point and read the large digit. read the large digit ይላል. here point A ከፖይንት A በታች ያለው horizontal grid line, this one is our horizontal grid line which is that's located below the points. So use the large digit. You can take it to ትልቁን ቁጥር እንወስዳለን. ከፖይንቱ በስተግራ ያለው ትልቁ ቁጥር which is northing ነው እየፈለግን ያለ ነው 2 እንወስዳለን. Again divide the grid square into 10 equal parts. Now, what the procedure will do? Measure the 10 from the grid line to the point. Okay. Now, ከሁለት ወደ 3 የሚወስደን ግሪድ ስኩዌር ነች። ከሁለት ወደ 3 የምትወስደን ግሪድ ስኩዌር ነች። ስለዚህ እቺን ደግሞ ለ10 እኩል ቦታ እንከፋፈላለን። assume 5 ላይ ነው የሚገኘው ብንል here is 2 5. So while we are when we identify or locate the position of a place on the map by using national grid reference ላይ የምንጠቀማቸው ምንድናቸው? ኢስቲንግ እና ኖርዚንግ ነው። ኢስቲንግ and north. Easting comes first and followed by northing. ኢስቲንግን ስንፈልግ vertical grid line ተጠቅመን ነው to the left of the point መኖሩን አይተን ከዛ 10 equal parts መከፋፈል grid square one ሁለት ዲጂት አገኘን። 4 ዲጂት የምንለው the first 2 digit which is easting ነው, the next 2 digit which is northing. So this is by the use of national grid reference. ለ6 ዲጂትም ተመሳሳይ ነው የምንጠቀመው ስቴፓችን። ለ6 ዲጂትም ተመሳሳይ ስቴፕ ነው የምንጠቀመው። 4 ዲጂት እና 6 ዲጂት ስንፈልግ አንድ አይነት ስቴፕ ነው የምንጠቀመው። for example እዚህ ጋር አለ for example what is the position of what is the 4 digit reference of 3 የሶስትን 4 digit grid reference ፈልጉ ብንባል እንዴት ነው የምንፈልገው? እዚህ ጋር ደግሞ ኤግዛምፕሎችን እኔ እዛ ጋር ስሰለው ትንሽ አነስ ስላለ በዚህኛው ኤግዛምፕል እናዳብሩ። what is the 4 digit reference for point number 3 ነች አይደለም? ይሄ 4 digit ነው የምንፈልገው። የ4 digit reference 3 ለማውጣት መጀመሪያ የምንሰራው ምንድነው? ኢስቲንግ ነው always የምትፈልጉት። ጂኦግራፊካል ግሪድ ላይ parallel latitude ነው የምንፈልገው ብለናል። ከዛ ቀጥሎ ሎንጊቲዩድ ከሆነ ናሽናል ግሪድ ሪፈረንስ ላይ ደግሞ 4 ዲጂት እና 6 ዲጂት ስንፈልግ ኢስቲንግ መጀመሪያ እናወጣለን። ኔክስት ኖርዚንግን እናስከትላለን። ሶ ኢስቲንግ ማለት ምንድነው ብያለሁ? ሶስትን ነው እየፈለግን ያለው ነው። ከሶስት በስተግራ በኩል ያለውን ቨርቲካል ላይን ውሰድ ይላል። ከሶስት በስተግራ በኩል ያለው ቨርቲካል ላይን ይሄ ነው። locate the vertical grid line to the left of the point. A no, the left of the point. Use